Back in September, the Jets lost the blowout in their previous game against the Bills. Can Buffalo sweep the series? Find out next on EA Sports.
From the home of the Bills since 1973, we are at Highmark Stadium, just south of downtown Buffalo. Today, we've got an interesting Week 11 matchup on tap, as it'll be the New York Jets taking on the Buffalo Bills. Hello, everybody. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, you take a look at the Bills entering play here. They come in playing pretty good football. Winners of 4 of their last 6 games.
And going back through the tape, I thought they looked pretty good last week. It was a solid win, a comprehensive win.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Jets, they've certainly found their groove of late, winners of 5 in a row.
And I think the sky's the limit for this team. They're playing the best football that they've played in a long time.
The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Now here come the Bills for their first possession, led out by their 27-year-old quarterback in year 6. It's Josh Allen.
And he's had such a sensational season to this point, leading the NFL in passing yards. He's been helped out a lot by an outstanding set of receivers, and he's quick to give them credit. But I think even they would tell you that he's the guy that makes this offense go.
Allen going to look to throw on the first play. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. To the air, Allen. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
You know what I like about that play? He didn't try to do too much on first down. He took what the defense gave him, put together a solid game to bring up 2nd and manageable. Now they have a couple of plays to pick up just a few yards and a new set of downs.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. When you talk about this Jets defense, they've been very good against the pass so far this year. Number 4 in the NFL right now.
And the easy thought process is that stopping the run is the least of their problems because they're facing the number 1 passing team in the NFL. But if they don't stop the run as well, then that just opens up the passing game even more. They've got to do both.
On 4th down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. And he'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Well, the new-look Jets ready to go on offense, and it is the veteran Aaron Rodgers at quarterback.
I like this guy, and the reason I do, he tends to stay on an even keel, doesn't let too much ruffle him. He will manage the game the way it needs to be managed, take what the defense gives him, and then he can strike at times. Had a touchdown pass. Yes, he had an interception last week, but he found a way for his team to win.
Now Hall to start the drive. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Throwing is Rodgers. And able to find Allen Lazard. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. In motion right is Wilson. He'll get it here on the jet sweep. Oh, and this one, he may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. Sliding out of the pocket. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Now a stoppage here as we've got a Bill shaken up on the play. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. They'll run with Hall. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. To throw, it's Rodgers. He completes that to Garrett Wilson. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. The numbers in last week's ball game for Wilson. 6 catches, 71 yards, and a touchdown. Now he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
And they think they have a matchup advantage in this one. They're going to try and find some space for him to work and make sure he touches the football.
Back to the ground with Hall. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. Now Rodgers on the bootleg. This pass out wide to Hall. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Being chased out left. Incomplete. You look at this Buffalo defense. They were terrific last week in the win over Denver.
Have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw. They ended up getting 4 sacks in the game, stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire time, made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield.
And that's what they told us this week. That pressure on the QB is key. Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
They haven't been able to stop them so far this series, but getting a nice little stand from their defense now.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. There's a fake on the Jets, sweeping instead. A give to Hall up the middle. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. Zuerlein's kick is up and through. And the Jets hit the board first. It's 3-0. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Hines opting not to risk it, and this will come out to the 25. So here come the Bills out for their second drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least 1 home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind him. His first catch, good for 8 and a first down. Now Allen. That's caught by Gabriel Davis. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Give him 19 there as the drive marches forward. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Here's Allen. They'll try and set up the screen to Hines. And a pretty little juke move there, but not a ton to show for it afterwards as he's brought down. Well, these two teams, they met up way back in the season opener. And it was the Bills winning on the road, so they look for the sweep here in Buffalo. On play action, Allen throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete. This defense for the Jets, they played really well in the win over the Raiders a week ago.
Yeah, they gave up 17 points, but that's what you would consider a goal for each and every defense, because if you give up 17 points a game all year long, you're thinking you're going to be a playoff team because you expect your offense to score more than that. That's what you're looking for. Room to improve, of course, but I have to say a very solid performance.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter now in Buffalo. It's the Bills in control of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. And again, it's Allen. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on 1st down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
2nd and 10. They'll try the middle with Cook. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Call it a gain of 3. And that's going to bring up the 3rd down. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Throwing is Allen on 3rd. And it's caught. Touchdown. Khalil Shakir. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bills have taken the lead. Extra point by Bass. Up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it was all polished off with a Khalil Shakir touchdown catch. This taken in at the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Back onto the field come the New York Jets for their 2nd drive. And you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number 1 goal? Make the playoffs. Number 2, win your division. Number 3, and I think the biggest goal of all,
thrown across the field, and that will easily be intercepted. Picked up by Micah Hyde. And he is going to score. It's a pick 6 and a Bills touchdown. Well, CD, that's a huge play by this defense in a close ball game. I think he was trying to just extend the play there, getting outside the pocket, but he throws a costly pick 6.
Yeah, he was trying to find someone open. You're exactly right. He wasn't looking to run. He was looking to throw. The result, not good for him. They were more than happy on the defensive side to gather that one in and take it to the house.
And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. New York ready to go again offensively. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Got a man, that's Lazard. Now a stoppage here as we've got a Bill shaken up on the play. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's first down on the other side of the field. Rodgers going to throw. Flushed out right. And he'll find Hall. Down inside the 10. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. So here are the Bills to take over. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Allen following the fumble recovery. Throw right side, caught by Davis. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd and 2. Here's Allen to throw it. Left side caught by Diggs. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. A quick throw there is incomplete.
In any event, it happened pretty quickly. I'm not sure he made the right decision on that one. I think if he had it to do over again, he would have found a different target downfield. But he made his decision, and that one's incomplete.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
Allen to throw once more. Oh, Allen cannot get away, and down he goes. Jermaine Johnson credited with that sack. Now the punter, Sam Martin, called on to kick it away here. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. Breece Hall helped leading out this offense for another series. He's just been looking for some space. Yeah, I'm not going to pin it on him or the offensive line, but they need to get this run game going better.
Sometimes you just have to credit the defense. They came in with a plan themselves. So I think now you try to mix things up a little bit. Get the ball in the hands of some other people, find some other playmakers, but always let the defense believe that he's still a threat.
I was going to say, don't forget about him.
No, don't take him totally out of the game.
Now Rodgers able to complete this one to Tyler Conklin. And he'll be dropped just shy of the 35 at the 34. A pickup of 17 on a play that originated at the 17.
I'll give them credit for a good read right there because they read the man coverage on the right side and sent the tight end a few steps down the field and then angled him to the left on a crossing route. He was able to get enough separation on this play to turn it into a nice gain.
And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Rodgers with a pass caught by Conklin. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. A reminder that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll check in with Jonathan Coachman from Orlando. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half of play. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air, and defensively, they were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
From midfield, here's Rodgers. Escaping the pressure right. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. What can't Aaron Rodgers do? The legwork there getting him the first. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
But it looked like a march to the end zone as a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And the Bills are going to get it back here just past the 35.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. So after the INT, it's Allen.
Yeah, he'll work free from 1 tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down.
2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 41-yard line.
So the shotgun snap to Allen. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
56.
To throw, it's Allen. And Diggs has it. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. Now Allen again.
Man open downfield is Diggs. He's got it.
And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Stephon Diggs, 52 yards. And the Bills will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away.
This fielded right at the goal line. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Jets going to take over now late in this first half. I don't think they need to be reminded of the situation here. I mean, the clock is dwindling. 3-score deficit waiting for them at halftime unless they can get something on the board here before intermission.
A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. Here's Rodgers. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting at once, you get first half scores just like this one.
The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. Again, they'll throw with Rodgers.
This one finds Wilson downfield.
Touchdown, Jets.
Garrett Wilson.
As the first half is winding down.
And the Jets are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half.
Now Greg Zuerlein on for the extra point. It's up and good, and the lead is down now at 11. It's 21-10. Just a 4-play drive that time.
And Garrett Wilson capped things off with a touchdown grab. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room.
And they'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. And obviously not fooling anybody here as they stop him behind the line of scrimmage. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the second down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter. Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Things starting to get interesting in this final weekend before Thanksgiving. So let's see what's going on around the NFL. We'll get started down at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami, where it was the Dolphins who were able to pick up the victory at home. Tua Tagovailoa leading the way there as the win gets his guys back to 500 on the year. From there, we head over to the West Coast. Check out the Niners at home at Levi Stadium. And they've got the lead in their matchup with the Tampa Bay Bucks. Brock Purdy with 3 touchdown passes. Lastly, we head to Southern California to check on the Rams at home at SoFi Stadium. And you can see they have the lead over the visiting Seahawks. Kyren Williams accounting for the lone scoring thus far as he's cashed in with a touchdown run. The Bills got a terrific first half from the man on the cover, quarterback Josh Allen. He came on after a slow start to fire 2 second-quarter touchdown passes and give his guys the lead at the intermission. Final adjustments being made for the second half. So with that, we get you back up to Orchard Park and rejoin Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
Now the return. Here comes Randall Cobb.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. And the Jets going to take over on offense to begin this third quarter. And they're on the short end of the scoreboard here. Charles, what adjustments, if any, do you think they need to make for the second half?
Or paraphrasing the gold medal hockey winning coach Herb Brooks, I just say you continue to play your game. Throw the ball. They had success doing it in the first half. So make sure you keep getting the ball to your playmakers, a little bit more to the perimeter perhaps. But above all, play your game.
Open man here is Conklin. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a third down. Now a play fake. Rodgers.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. They're going to try and throw.
Throwing quickly to Wilson.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first. Both sides were holding their breath there on that 4th down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the first down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and trying to keep people in front. But somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
They're going to hurry back to the line now. On 2nd down, here's Rodgers. He'll get this to Lazard. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 45-yard line. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 45-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Play action. Now it's Rodgers. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And the Bills are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at about the 32. Throwing to start the drive. Allen
On the slant, he's got Davis.
calling a gain of 6 on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 39-yard line.
Cook up the gut, able to fight through one tackle, and they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 10 yards, good enough for a Buffalo first down.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
First down, and they're going to throw with Allen.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
DJ Reed there defensively.
They'll give to Cook on the read option. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
He was able to escape momentarily in the backfield, but you could just kind of tell that wasn't going anywhere.
You know, in the film section, he'll get a minus for not getting him on the ground by himself. But what the coach is really going to analyze, how fast did his teammates get there?
Oh, Allen cannot get away, and down he goes. Call it a loss of 4 there on the sack. And speaking of the number 4, it brings up 4th down now.
Here's the punter, Martin, out to kick it away.
Now Cobb to return. That'll be a 43-yard punt, but a net of just 33 following a 10-yard return. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. And New York set to take the field. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4's kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do.
Ball at the 23, 2nd and 8.
Throwing now is Rodgers. Eluding the pressure right. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. And quickly, they get to the line.
A gain of 9 yards. And the Jets first down.
Abanikanda on 1st and 10.
No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Now they'll throw with Rodgers. There's a short one caught by Uzomah. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. First target, first catch, and a 1st down. Now Rodgers.
A short throw to Conklin, the tight end.
And he'll be down at the 46. So they go from 146 to the other on a pickup of 8. Now Rodgers throwing on 2nd down. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. To throw is Rodgers.
This pass complete. He finds Jeremy Ruckert.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. Throwing on 1st down is Rodgers.
And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front. But the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a halt. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Buffalo. It's Jet football, but they trail here as we start the 4th quarter. Rodgers going to throw. And that is incomplete.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
Zuerlein's kick is up and through, and that'll make this an 8-point game. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
They're still...
Rodgers now on 1st down. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 46. Flush to his right. Looking downfield, and that's caught right side. He's got his man. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line.
All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10.
Steps away. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
There's a quarterback who's learned his lesson. He's thrown a few interceptions so far. That time he said, I'm making sure nobody catches this one.
He's got Wilson, and that's a Jets touchdown.
A great play there. Here's Sam Martin now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. On the return comes Cobb. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
Well, on that punt, we've got a man shaken up.
We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. Now Rodgers.
That's caught. This is Abanikanda.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. To throw is Rodgers. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. Picked up by Micah Hyde. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. The Bills on their way to victory now as they take the knee. Allen down to a knee, and that should just about do it.
Listen, anytime you take a knee to end a game, that means you've won it. So it doesn't matter whether it's home or on the road, but there's something a little extra special about doing it in front of your home crowd, isn't there?
And the home crowd applauding. They're happy with what they've seen. Chalk this one up in the left-hand column for a win.
Yeah, that's right. Head to the locker room, throw the wristbands in the crowd for the kids, your gloves, your towels. Get to share it with the home team.
So it's a victory here for the Buffalo Bills. And we talk so much about the turnover battle, determining who wins, who loses. This game, no exception. Air-free football, no turnovers at all, and they win it.
So this is one you don't have to convince your team that what you're saying is accurate. And you know what I'm talking about. Head coach always stands up in front of the team and says, guys, if we do this, this, and this, we'll win. And usually they say if we win the turnover battle, we'll win. Well, here's the proof right there. Win the turnover battle, go on to victory. Now the guys believe. You move on to the next lesson where you have to convince them. This one is now planted.
So for the Bills, they keep pace in the playoff race as they move to 8-3 on the year. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Philadelphia Eagles. Meanwhile, for the Jets, they come back to the pack a bit as their record falls to 7-3. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.